The third lesson in the Everyone Can Create drawing guides is all about doing lettering, in particular doing block lettering. Now, I find lettering really hard to do, but with these steps in this guide, it explains really clearly exactly how you go about starting, the middle steps, and how you finish your piece of work to make it look really attractive. First of all, you're going to get the ruler tool, and you're going to use a pencil to draw 3 guidelines horizontally across your page. Out of everything in this lesson, I think the children found using the ruler tool the hardest. We took a few moments to practice how you can move it around the screen, how you can rotate it, and when they got the hang of this, it became a lot easier. After drawing 3 lines, it's time to sketch out your name. Again, we concentrated on doing it really angular and blocky, just like in the guide, and we talked with the children about how we can reduce curved corners to make our letters look more blocky. A simple process of outlining happened next using the pen tool, followed by the bit which made the students actually gasp, which was rubbing out the pencil lines to leave just the block letters behind. It's amazing quite how impressed they were by this. When you've done your whole name and you've rubbed out all of the pencil lines, it's time to start adding some colour and fills to your letters. Now, in the Everyone Can Create guides, it just says about adding colour, but I want to share a couple of things which I think looked really good with you now. So the first way of adding colour that I found effective was to use the watercolour brush. Now, with the watercolour brush, it will layer upon layer upon layer the more you use. But if you keep your finger or pencil or crayon on the screen, it'll fill the shape with the same letter as you paint. You can then lift your pencil and apply it again to add a darker coat, and then a darker coat again. So on my letters, I had the lightest bit at the top and the darkest bit at the bottom to ground them on the page. One of my pupils found a really cool trick with the watercolour brush that I'll share with you now, and that is if you tap the end of your crayon or pencil on the screen a couple of times, it'll do kind of like a paint splash effect, like you might get from a watercolour brush if you accidentally flicked it on the page. Doing this a couple of times around your letter can give it a really cool artistic quality, which I think looks great. The other colour effect that I think suits this style of writing really well is the spray paint. With the spray paint, I carefully went over the shape of the letter, but I'm aware that it obviously spills out over the edge as well. So I don't mind that, but I think to make the letter really stand out, it's good to use the pen tool and to re-outline your letters again. With the children, we did this quite a lot, where they would add colour and it would damage the pen outline, and we'd use a black pen just to go around the edge one more time to neaten it off. At the end of the lesson, after about 45 minutes hands-on with the iPads, the children had all managed to produce their own name, in block lettering, with colour fills. They worked really hard and they were all delighted with the results. From a 1-page guide in the Everyone Can Create curriculum, the children managed to come up with all of these different versions of their name. Have a little look. Hopefully you'll be encouraged to try this with your class as well. See you in the next video.